I feel like Fuzzy would be the only one to do it.
Let's get Fuzzy.
Yeah, he's
Let's
the
get
only one
Fuzzy.
to do it. I feel like Penguin would be too shy, and Hexen just doesn't want to do it. And
Yeah.
maybe Kiver or Fuzzy, one of those two.
We give it to Kiver at Squidstorm.
All right, so let's give it to Fuzzy.
Let's
now.
give it to Fuzzy.
Do you want me to do it?
It's got to be you, dude.
All right, I'll do it.
No. So yeah, that was incredibly impressive as a whole, and yeah.
Pleasure as always.
it always, dude, always.
That was
whether it's
amazing, right?
whether it's InkTV and doing the Squid Board Splat series
yeah.
and just commentating there and just doing our
Yeah,
thing
we did
online.
Ludi together.
We did Ludi
commentated
together.
that. Yeah.
We've been chilling.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, but we're waiting for one specific PK Fuzzy to walk through the door of Aeon's commentator room right now and get a glimpse into the mind of a young lad that's just won Beakon 2018.
Yeah. So, I was very impressed right there. Honestly.
Yeah.
All right. So,
It seems like
he's gonna be here in a while. He's just setting up, getting his things together. So.
lo and behold, PK getting a hold of Fuzzy is a little bit difficult. That's a real shocker right there.
Yeah, so, I mean, just in terms of that set in general, I think that means a lot to them. Especially they are already registered for the next LAN, Smash and
3.
Splash. Yeah, so they're already registered for that with the same roster as well.
Yeah.
So that means a lot to them, I'm sure. And I'm sure his sponsor's very happy with the pickup.
Yeah, insanely happy. He did an incredible job here. That's the man of the hour that we're talking about. We'll be back here in just a second as Fuzzy's walking through the door.
Yeah. Huh?
It's not my seat.
All right, well, you're EGTV, Eric, so I hope you're happy. And if Carter can tell me if we're still live or not. I think we are.
Assuming you are.
Yeah, all right. All right, so once he figures out how to get headphones on here. All right, yeah.
Feels better. Okay, we're good.
Is that it's 2 Ys and no underscore, correct?
No underscore 2 Y's, yeah. Because, well, someone in chat probably has stolen my original @ so maybe they'll delete the account now. This is my plead for.
Yeah, I mean, win a LAN, can the guy please get his own Twitter handle? But all right, so we're gonna get into this here. How are you feeling? You just won a very close, and I'm sure it was a clenching set for you.
Yeah, definitely. Like first set, we pretty much like walked over them, but Rainmaker, man, I don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
Saikai's good, man.
Yeah, Saikai's good for sure. And I know, all right, we came up on the drive here together day one, and we talked about Brandon a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were telling me that if Brandon sticks to his sloshers, he's one of the best players you've ever seen.
Yeah.
So tell me a little about how you had to go up against Brandon.
Well, yeah, he's this is what I said about Brandon. This kid is fantastic at the game. One of the best players probably in the scene, but he plays like with bad weapons. So when he plays with bad weapons, he's still winning because the players he's the best player. So like he's doing well anyway. When he plays a good team like us, like he can't be fooling around with that kind of stuff. So I saw him go ink brush, and I went outside, took a breather. I'm like, okay. Then I was talking to someone from EGTV, and they're like, who do you want to face in the finals? I'm like, I want Brandon because I want to stop that ink brush. Like, I don't want a kid who played ink brush to win the finals. But yeah, I mean, he's got to play machine. He's so good at machine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So, I mean, all right, you won one major so far. This is your first major that you've attended, obviously.
One for one.
And this is also your hometown. Does that affect anything at all? You've been to Aeon before.
Yeah.
And how does it feel to win a bigger one here in front of, I believe you have over 2,000 viewers?
Oh, that's fantastic. I mean, I need to win this one because it is like home. Like originally we lost to Power Gamer. Gamer beat me in the first LS.
Yeah, I mean, we were on a team together
yeah.
there, and we lost to Power and Gamer. So.
Second one we got Gamer again, and we beat him this time. But yeah, I mean, first with STDX also, like, you know, I gotta show up for them. Like, of course, like, thanks to STDX for everything they've done. And yeah, hometown stuff. Like, I got to drive up here. I got my car. Like, I'm driving around STDX. We're going to eat like food together. So yeah, it's like yeah, I gotta act tough like in my hometown. Like I know what I'm doing, you know. Like,
all right. So we still got some stuff on the horizon though for you and Set to Destroy X. I know you guys are definitely already signed up for Smash and Splash 4. Yeah. And I mean, you did just win this one. So are you guys confident? I know it's a long ways away, but are you guys maybe confident already just getting this off your shoulders?
Yeah, for sure. Like, you know, always for me, like coming onto a new team, and for them, like adding a new player and subtracting a different one, then they have won like every LAN with, right? Like with power, like everything. So, you know, of course, like for me, in the back of my mind is like, if we lose this, like
Everything's on you.
yeah, it's like bring back power. Hashtag bring back power.
Yeah.
But you know, I try my best to not like create any sort of relationship between that, because Power's still on the team. He's just doing his own thing, so like that's good for him. What we learned probably best is that we have to practice more. Like we practice a decent amount, but what happened was Penguin has a lot of school stuff. Kyria lives in Europe, so a lot of times when we're like, all right, we got practice, then like this pops up, that pops up. So we didn't like we practice, you know, a good amount, but not as much as we probably should for like a tournament of this like size.
Right. And I mean, you did have at least the condensed map list for this major.
Yeah.
Do you want that again, maybe at Smash and Splash and other things in the future?
For sure. Like you can't play without it, I think, at this point. Like now, I think this tournament, like having only those, it was like 7 or 8 or 9 maps plus
9
like
maps,
9 maps and 2 modes for each. Like it's 1,000 times better. Like we know like this map is for these 2 modes, and like we could just focus on that. We don't have to worry. Like we could create like better strategies for, you know, the specific maps and modes that we have. Yeah, I don't think there's any real, like if you want to keep all 4 modes in competitive, like you have to limit the amount of them. Which like it was 100% better than it would have been otherwise.
All right. So I guess let's take it back maybe to the set a little bit. There was a point where Sakai kind of dominated you on Rainmaker, and I believe it was like a game.
Mart.
Yeah, they dominated you on Mako Mart. They got the knockout,
Yeah.
and they also come back on Tower Control Inkblot, and they dominate you again.
Yeah.
And then you guys have to kind of get that out of your mind going into the next couple. And how did you guys kind of respond to that? Maybe it was going into Snapper Canal, Tower Control, and you were also down quite a bit in that game.
Yeah, on but even before that was Walleye, right? And Walleye, and was it Walleye?
Walleye Rainmaker was your first match. You played against them, and they won. So yeah.
Oh yeah.
And they dominated you there too.
Okay,
I believe, so.
Yeah. So on Walleye Rainmaker, we lost, and like even that, like we had been struggling with Walleye this whole tournament. I don't know if we won a game in this top 12 on Walleye. We struggled a little bit there. But Mako Mart is a map that we feel like so good on, but like what happened was at the start we got basically how the mode is, like I got flanked once like by Brandon like all in our back left, and like that just opened the floodgates. Like we have no control. But going into Tower Control on Inkbot, we lost, and we like felt okay. Like we had switched weapons up. I went to Splash Shot, Kibber went to Zap, Penguin went to Blaster. Like he was on Blaster more than he is in scrims, and we didn't feel like too bad about Inkblot. Like we lost, like we understand their comp is like pretty good for Inkblot. Like Spiling is pretty tough for us to deal with sometimes. So going into Snapper though, we I don't know, we like feel really good on Snapper Tower Control. Like we have a pretty good strategy set in place. Like that push that they had, it didn't phase us, like surprisingly. Like other like Walleye, if they get a good push, it could feel like kind of desperate for us. But Snapper, we felt like we had total control regardless.
I mean, that's the one map you guys, I guess, decided a team that Kibber was going to play Dapple Dualies.
Yeah.
So
and a little bit on Kelp. Kelp's like more up in the air, but Snapper's like he likes Dapples there.
All right, so that's good for him. And then, I mean, I don't really have too much to say left. I don't know if they want to cut me off and go to something else, but we'll just continue it for now until I get word on from that. And then also, if you did end up losing that tower control, though, you would have went to Clan Blitz. How did you feel going up against them in Clan Blitz?
So when we got here, we got the map list, and it started Zones, Rainmaker, Tower Control, Clan Blitz, Zones. And then after we won Zones, Hexen was like, all right, one more. And I'm like, what are you talking about? We got to win 2 more. He's like, no, we get a set for being in winners, like instead of doing a bracket reset. So I'm like, all right, cool. And then I look down. I'm like, wait, not cool, because now we don't have a second Zones as a backup. Now we have to go through the gauntlet of Rainmaker, TC, Clam, and we just don't play those modes. Like we don't practice that normally. So I was so happy at first, but then once I got that news that we got a free win, I'm like, this might not be good for us, because like we have to win 2 Rainmaker Tower Control of Clam instead of 1 of them, because we could just take the 2 Splat zones that we're way more confident in. So we're worse on Rainmaker than we are on Clam probably right now. Clam Blitz, we kind of we kind of are able to play like a lot like Splatoons, because we just gather up the footballs and then like make one big push, and like through that Hexen like kind of throws one football and just dies. Like that's like basically what we do. We like stall until we get a lot. Rainmaker is like a bigger issue for us.
I mean, so that's something you definitely want to work on towards maybe towards the next LAN or so. So
yeah, for sure. You can see Saikai is like a good example, a good Rainmaker team, because they're like crazy. Like you don't know what they're doing. Like they're like screaming mid-set. Like I don't know what's going on. Like that's the kind of players you need in Rainmaker. Like randomly getting flanked by a Flingza. Like,
yeah, so I mean that pretty much wraps it up for us on this interview here. But anywhere you want to, tell them to follow you and see more of your gameplay, anything like that. So.
Twitch.tv/PKFuzzy. On Twitter at STDXFuzzy with a second Y. And again, please, whoever took my tag. I got PK Fuzzy to STX PK Fuzzy taken, STX Fuzzy taken, XTS Darren, my first name. Like these guys have like my background check done, like taking all my names before I was able to get it. Otherwise, thanks of course Set to Destroy X, doing a great job flying everyone out here besides me. I drove up hometown, but paying for all the expenses, supporting us through all this. So big thanks to them, of course. My first tournament with them. Proud to get the win.
All right. Good. STDX, big fan, and I think we're done from that. So
need a ride, by the way?
Probably.
All right. Let me know later. I'll let you know what's going on. All right. Thanks, guys.
Yep. And now will someone fill me out on what's going on next? Oh, am I getting Gamer for now? Is someone going to confirm that? All right, Gamer, come in here. All right, Gamer. All right.
Hello.
Yeah, I'm glad we get this right now because you've been to AONGaming a lot in the past, so and you've always been in the grand finals matches as well. So
yeah, it's been really pressuring.
Yeah, Gamer, just move closer.
Hello.
Don't eat it though, but
okay.
All right. So I was very excited. Can you also tell the fans your Twitter just so we can get that on the bottom there?
Oh, it's GamerAdvanced_.
All right. So, yeah, we've got Gamer here, and this is the first time you've had your teammates at a LAN. So how did that feel with you going into it? You guys played exceptionally well. So how did you feel about your teammates finally being able to play with them in a LAN?
Well, it was nice because I'd had more synergy with them. It was funny because we didn't start practice until a week before the LAN. Shaq was binge watching an anime, and he was kind of last second. So, and then we had co-pilot over Power because Power had to leave, which was actually not that bad of a pick.
We were talking about that earlier. Co-pilot was putting on a lot of work there, so I was happy with the pick up of co-pilot from you guys. I think he really fit in well, to be honest, today.
Yeah. I think what I like about him better is that he can flex from being supportive to being defensive when Power is just mostly used to being support, and two support players aren't really that good in this current meta.
All right, so you kind of went – that was a close first set you had with them going to Game 9, and you did end up losing that. But how did you feel going into the second set?
Second set? See, something with STDX is they're notorious for only playing zones and Japanese-related stuff. So I knew we would kind of have an advantage when zones ended. Plus, Rainmaker is pretty godlike.
All right, so I guess that's it. And can we expect maybe Saikai at another LAN in the future?
Maybe SNS.
Oh, you guys are planning maybe that?
I know I'm going, but I have to go convince everyone.
All right, so that's pretty good of there. And where can everybody maybe follow you on Twitter, Twitch, all those things?
Oh, my Twitch, that's GamerAdvanced, same without the underscore at the bottom. And yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yeah, so nice of you to come out here, Gamer, once again, and getting another second place at a LAN, and hopefully you can make that a first maybe at SNS.
Yeah, we got to try. We got to break STDX's winning streak.
I think you guys were the closest at least, so.
Yeah, we almost got it. But then there was bracket reset.
All right,
and that's like till 10.
All right, so thank you, Gamer, and I believe we're probably going to get on Kendall and Prodigy, the organizers of this LAN here, to kind of just wrap this up for you guys. So thank you, everyone.
Yeah, see you guys. Shaq's bad.
Armada here. Oh, I can't hear anything.
Yo, this is
Hello.
long.
Yeah,
This
we
was-
can hear. You can't hear
This is
anything, but we
really
can.
long.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much. I don't know if they can
Nah,
hear
we
you.
can't hear you, man.
Okay. Okay, stream
can
can't
hear
hear
you.
you.
Are you good?
Hear me. Hi.
Okay. So,
I'm gonna do this.
thank you, everyone. Kendall, Prodigy,
Yep.
LSDJ. Thank you so much, everyone, for coming out. Thank you, everyone, for watching.
If you don't know, we're the main 3 organizers.
Yep.
What couldn't have done it without like a million bits of help. Oh, they can't hear me.
They can't hear you, but they're working on it.
So,
okay,
as he
so we're
said-
the main 3 organizers.
Go ahead.
Okay, so we're the main 3 organizers of Long Island Splat and Beakon. We want to give huge shout-outs to AONGaming, not only for the venue, but for hosting, doing the AON stream.
Second string.
Second stream. Big thank you, obviously, to EndGameTV for hosting the main stream. We definitely have more of these planned in the future, more Long Island Splats planned in the future, which are one-day locals out here in Long Island. We got some online tournaments we're planning in the future as well.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, we just want to say a really big thank you, everyone, for our first big LAN, and hope you guys had a good time and enjoyed watching.
And remember, go to Beacon. Come to Beacon.
Go to Beacon. Still go to Beacon.
And still go to Beacon. All right, we'll catch you guys later.
2019 question mark?
Thank you, guys.
Oh.
What?
To be announced.
What? I don't even know if they heard you, but
TBA.